Oh! 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 Hey guys, Samthedingus here. So I got work in a couple of hours, and I've been up all morning. I feel like lately I've really enjoyed sleep, because like just the process of dreaming is like very enjoyable for me, but I got work in a few hours, and I already played Xbox and stuff. I don't really feel like sitting around anymore. I kind of feel like doing something with my energy to get me started, instead of just crawling my ass to work. So, also, I told my lady not to get me any Valentine's Day candy, but she did anyway, and like I ate so much, and I feel like shit, that I'm like not eating anything today, but I've also had like 400 milligrams of caffeine, just trying to purge my ass. Struggle's real, bro, because now I feel like pizzled out in the brain, but like I know I can't be eating more. Anyway, who gives a... I got 5 stories here for you from times when I was younger in my life, and this title is Mischief Managed. You can tell I've been watching Harry Potter lately. I'm up to Order of the Phoenix, I think, or Half-Blood Prince, I forget. So these are just examples of stories when I was getting into some trouble, but things went okay. Sometimes I wasn't even the main subject of this. Sometimes there's not too many threats involved in these stories, but these are actually some pretty solid stories, so I'm pretty hyped to share them. Mischief Managed. Story 1. I don't even know what to do, like, as far as like prefacing this story, because this is just from a strange time in my life. I guess a lot of these stories are. So I was hanging with my boy Dave the Dingus way back in the day, 2017 or 18 era. This is back when we were like first smoking weed, religiously. Yes, making a religion out of it. But at this point I was like still in my depression era. I haven't even done that story yet, so just give me some time. I've recorded it a few times, but so at this point I'm like still pretty depressed in my life, but I'm smoking weed like every day, hanging out with Dave the Dingus, and it's all good times. But he had a job and I did not, so I was basically relying on him for all my weeds and stuff, my nick relief. Sorry, pal. No, I'm not sorry, that was great times. But this one time, Dave the Dingus went downstairs to go get some peanut butter, eat it with a spoon or some dumb shit like he be doing, sandal wearing ass. And for some reason I was like mischievous today. So while he was gone, I actually like took some weed for myself so I could bring home. But when he came back upstairs, I was like, no, Sam, you're slipping away. This is not the person you are meant to be. So I instantly confessed my crimes and gave it back. He didn't really react too much. He was just like, okay, could I have it back? Sorry, bro. I did the right thing, but I was feeling like shit. You know, this is actually a common theme in my life, is me like taking things and then being like, no, I shouldn't be taking things. That's the end of that story. Sam's a bad thief because he cares too much. Story number 2. This is the reason why I actually made this video, or why I had the idea to start writing these things down, because this is the true Mischief Managed story. This is when I was a kid. I was staying home from school one day because I was sick, and I was actually sick. Okay, but now it's the next day, and I'm still wanting to stay home, but I'm feeling a lot better. So, what's the epic solution? On some Diary of a Wimpy Kid level shit, my mom was like in a room close by, and I put some hot water in my mouth while I was doing the thermometer, such that it would skew the results. And it did in fact work, and doing that trick got me an extra day off of school. So hey, holla to Diary of a Wimpy Kid, Captain Underpants type humor. Sorry, Mom, I know I've already confessed this to you. And actually, I'm not that sorry at all. 3 more stories. This one has nothing to do with me, I was just there for it. So this is also back in the weed days. It was me, my brother, and Lumpy, all the homies. We were just out at Jewett City getting some marijuana, which was still illegal at this time, which is actually pretty fucking sad. And neither of us were 21, so there's that too. But so my dude just picks up like a quarter of weed, like 7 grams or so, if you're not into that math. And basically my dude gets pulled over, and we're all freaking out like, oh my god, what are we gonna do? Open the windows on the right side so the scent goes out that way. Like, put the fucking weed in the glove box or something. We're like tweaking out, scrambling, but trying not to move too much. Sure enough, this cop comes up to the window. He's like, is there any good reason why you're going 80 miles per hour in the rain? Logical. My brother was a very dangerous driver for many points of his life. Hope he's better now, because, man, there were some scary fucking times in those cars. So, honestly, somehow we got away. Not only not with weed problems, but without even having any, like, ticket problems. He was just like, slow down, you fucking idiot. And honestly, slow down, you fucking idiot. Pardon me, gotta water up, boys. Like I said, I'm 400 mgs of caffeine deep and no food today, so it's just gonna be a rough one. But I gotta repent. Alright, 2 more stories here. This is a bit graphic. Very sorry, friends. This is the story of me losing my virginity. Not in detail, don't worry. So, Dave the Dingus was having a party at his house. I forget exactly what for. Basically, he was telling me about the party, and I was like, waiting for him to say, come over. I don't know exactly what was happening, but he like never messaged me back. So it like becomes nighttime. And I'm like, what the fuck, dude? Can I come over yet? Because we live in walking distance from each other, so eventually nighttime comes around, and I'm just like, yeah, you know what? Fuck it. I'm bouncing out this bitch, and I'm coming over. So I ran out of my house, go over to Dave the Dingus's party. Dave's hanging out with his lady at this point. Maybe that lady went home. Who knows? Who cares? But Dave the Dingus's sister has 2 friends. Like, almost college-level friends. While we're still in high school here. I'm 17 at this point. Well, long story short, it happens. Everything goes well. Right there on a tennis court. Like good old times. Like a first time should be. Some hard-ass concrete. Said my farewells and goodbye kisses. Ran home like a knight into the night. What a storming fellow. Conquering Canterbury CT. Not too much story going on there, but I made it home into my house safely without getting caught. Somehow. Felt like that shit smelled on me for like at least a week. And I was like, yeah, I'm never gonna forget what that's like. You do, though, so there's that story. Who doesn't love a good drunk escape and return at a teenage age? Classic stories. One more story from Mischief Managed. So this was from a strange point in my life, before the Depression era. This was in 8th grade, where I was just like doing a little bit of troublesome stuff. Nothing like freaky, but like definitely stuff that could get you in like a ton of trouble. Like I could have gotten seriously expelled, or like worse. There are worse things, of course. So at this point, I was like taking knives to school with me every day, just to look cool, or sometimes to sell them. Actually, I was your fucking arms dealer here at the middle school. Like, who are you, kid? Anyway, I will get fully into this story later, because there's some more details I want to use, but it's just this one thing I want to talk about here. There is this pen knife I had. It's just a metal pen. When you twist it, it like extends and turns back the pen so you can write actually. But if you pull it apart, there's like a little shank, like this fucking long. Like some prison type shit. And I would use this like in the middle of class, like a bold and brazen fucking fool. And it was all good. I used to show it off to everybody and all that cool stuff. Like, whoa, guys, look at me, the mysterious, dark, hooded figure. Fucking idiot. Anyway, so I was in 8th period, which is like at the end of the day, like half an hour where you can like hang out with your friends or do homework or like talk to the teachers and stuff like that. So that's what was going down. And like attendance is going on, but I'm not paying attention at all, because me and my boy Webby, we're messing around a little bit. Sure enough, I've got this pen knife sheathed, right? And I just like point it at him. I'm like pointing it outward at him. So he fucking grabs it. He grabs the other end and pulls it, revealing the shank. And I very quickly like flip it down so that the blade is like going into my wrist, and like conceal it a bit that way. At this exact moment that we do this, Sam, I look over to my teacher like, I'm like, here. Like, yo, on quick looks, or even like second and third looks, you would not notice that that's a shank. You probably thought it was just like something weird. Or all my teachers are so blessed and they really just let me go with being a terrible person. Because this woman was looking directly at me saying my name sternly, and I'm like, yes, miss, I'm present. Like, oh my God, this man's dancing with death. In the end, spoiler, way later, I end up getting suspended for similar things. But that's a story for another time. And the title, it's not Mischief Managed, Mischief Unmanaged. So yeah, just wanted to pop in and share some quick good stories with you that I don't want to be forgetting. Hope y'all be staying good out here. I'll try and get you some more videos that aren't just stories, but I'm actually pretty into these. I'll say more videos are going to come by when summer happens, because I just be kind of withering away indoors during the winter. Trying to stay strong, but fuck, I need that sunlight back. I gotta move like to Tennessee or Texas someday. Till then!